For you. So we will be strapping up our legs. So remember, keep a hand on the chair the whole time if you need to, or feel free to skip and don't even use the strap or belt if that makes you feel more comfortable. So if you are using your strap or your belt, the first one we're going to do is our squats. I'm first going to demonstrate the proper technique for the squats. I'll give you the side view. So without the scarf first, separate your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Remember, knees don't go past the toes. They track towards the center of the toes. Hinge forward at the hips. We're engaging through the core, maintaining that strong flat back. I'm going to draw my bottom back behind as if we're going to sit into a chair and bend my knees. Make sure the knees don't go past the toes. They track towards the center of the toes. Engage through those buttock muscles. Nice lift in the chest. Notice if you lift the tailbone, melt the tailbone down. So neutral position in the spine doesn't have to be too high to come up. Press into the heels to rise up. Okay, so now that you have the proper squat technique, let's add your scarf or your belt. I'm going to tie it right above the knees. So I'm going to separate my knees to that point where the feet are about the same distance apart as the feet, a little tiny bit narrower. So I have my scarf here so that when I come into my squat, and you can place a hand on the chair for support, I can feel a little bit of tension, a little bit of the resistance from the scarf or your belt, but really make sure that the knees are tracking towards the center of the toes. I'm going to squat down and I'm going to stand up. Let's do a few more. So a little squat, feel that there's some tension. So we're drawing our knees out so they track towards the center of the toes and then come back up. If you have a tendency when you squat to draw the knees in, then the scarf or the belt will fall. So this is a good exercise to make sure our knees are tracking towards the direction of the center of the toes. Let's do a few more. Little squat and then come up. Let's do two more. Remember, the depth of your squat is up to you. I always like to watch my knees, making sure that they don't come in together. And then go ahead and release. Go ahead and stand up. And let's tighten up the belt or your scarf so it's right above the knees. It's fall where I'm at right now, so I do happen to have my scarves handy. So I'm going to have my feet about hip bone distance apart and then tighten the scarf to match that distance between the legs. And then this, I'm going to slowly start to shift my weight into one leg, and I'm going to kick one foot forward and then kick it back. So I'm only going to the point where I feel that resistance of the scarf or of your belt. And when I get to my maximum forward swing, I'm going to hold to make sure I'm working the leg. When I drop back, I'm going to hold to make sure I'm working the back of the leg. So sweeping the leg forward and back. The standing leg is going to get a lot of work as well. This is why I like to sometimes use a scarf, because it can be a little bit more comfortable for the legs. All right, last one. And then shake it out. Let's move over to the other side. You can stay right where you are, especially if you have your hand on the chair. We don't want to be walking around with our legs bound. So let's just scooch over to the other side. So forward and then back. All right, moving slow and with control. And if you do find that the scarf is loosening up or the belt is loosening up, you can please feel free to tighten it up. And then now notice what's happening with the posture. Are you swinging forward and back? Can you keep your upper half of the body really still and stable, engaging through those core muscles, shoulders over the hips, head pulled back, bottom of the chin parallel to the floor. So really strong and steady in the posture. All right, and then go ahead. I can really feel it on those outer hips and shake it out. We'll keep the strap and the belt where they are. We're going back to standing on that first leg. Standing up tall, I'm going to draw this opposite leg out, sweep it forward, cross it as far forward as you can, and then out and sweep it back behind. So if you'd like, you can keep the toes down onto the floor. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can lift the foot completely off the floor. So as I'm doing these kind of half circles with the moving leg, still standing with that good upright posture, really feeling a lot of the muscles of the hips work, especially the outer hips. Breathing in a smooth and deep way. Lots of work for that standing leg. Last one here. And then draw it together and shake it out. I'm going to physically move my chair over. If your chair is a little bit heavy, you can very carefully make your way over to the other side, but please go with care since our legs are bound. All right, over to the other side. Draw it forward, out, and then back. So see if you can feel the tension, that light, comfortable tension of the scarf or the belt. Feel that squeeze and make sure the standing knee has a soft bend in it so we're not locking out that knee joint. We're really using the muscles to get some good work and protect those joints. All right. And last one. Whew, okay, and go ahead, release. Let's release the scarf. Legs are free now. You can shake it out.